Ever found yourself scrolling through endless banking options, bombarded by flashy ads and confusing jargon, and just stopped to wonder, where are these digital banks even based? Like, they exist purely online, so do they even have an office? Or are they just floating around in the cloud somewhere? That's exactly what we're diving into today. We're going to be taking a closer look at one of the biggest names in the online banking world, Tangerine Bank. And the question we're tackling head-on is, where is Tangerine Bank headquartered? Now, before we get to the specific address, it's worth taking a moment to understand the unique landscape of online banking. Unlike traditional brick-and-mortar banks with branches on every corner, digital banks operate primarily, or even exclusively, online. This allows them to cut down on overhead costs, often translating to better interest rates and lower fees for customers. But it also raises this interesting question about their physical presence. Think about it. When you think of a traditional bank, you might picture a grand building downtown, a symbol of stability and trust. But what image comes to mind when you think of a digital bank? Probably your phone or laptop screen, right? This shift in how we interact with banking makes the concept of a headquarters a little less clear-cut. However, even digital banks need a central hub, a place where the core operations are managed, where the decisions are made. It's where the employees work, the servers hum, and the legal paperwork resides. So, while you might not be able to walk into a Tangerine branch on your local high street, the bank does indeed have a physical headquarters. To understand Tangerine's current structure, we need to rewind a bit. Tangerine wasn't always called Tangerine. It started life as ING Direct Canada, a subsidiary of the Dutch multinational banking and financial services corporation ING Group. ING Direct launched in Canada in 1997, pioneering the concept of branchless banking in the country. They focused on offering simple, straightforward savings accounts and mortgages with competitive rates, attracting customers with their no-nonsense approach. Fast forward to 2012, and a significant shift occurred. Scotiabank, one of Canada's Big Five banks, acquired ING Direct Canada from ING Group as part of a larger global restructuring. This acquisition marked a major turning point for the online bank. Following the acquisition, ING Direct Canada underwent a rebranding process, emerging as Tangerine Bank in 2014. The name change was intended to reflect the bank's fresh, modern approach to banking, while still retaining the core values of simplicity and value that had made ING Direct so successful. So, now we've got the background covered. We know Tangerine is now part of Scotiabank. This is a crucial piece of the puzzle. It means that while Tangerine operates as a distinct brand and entity, it's ultimately under the umbrella of a much larger, established financial institution. This brings us to the answer to our initial question, where is Tangerine Bank headquartered? Tangerine Bank's headquarters is located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. More specifically, their main office is situated at 3380 Steeles Avenue East. This is where many of their core operations are based. However, it's important to note that Tangerine's operations aren't confined to a single building. As a digital bank, they leverage technology and distributed workforces, meaning their employees are spread across various locations. But this Steeles Avenue address serves as their central administrative hub. Now, you might be thinking, okay, they have an office in Toronto. So what? Well, understanding the location of a bank's headquarters can offer some valuable insights. For example, it tells us about the regulatory environment they operate under. As a Canadian bank headquartered in Toronto, Tangerine is subject to Canadian banking regulations and oversight. This provides a level of security and consumer protection for its customers. Furthermore, being headquartered in a major financial center like Toronto places Tangerine within a network of other financial institutions, facilitating collaboration and access to resources. Toronto is a hub for banking, investment, and finance in Canada, making it a strategic location for a financial institution like Tangerine. It's also interesting to consider the impact of being part of Scotiabank. While Tangerine maintains its own distinct branding and online platform, being a subsidiary of a major bank like Scotiabank provides significant benefits. It offers stability, access to capital, and a broader range of resources. This relationship also influences Tangerine's operations and strategic direction. So, to recap, Tangerine Bank is headquartered in Toronto, Ontario, at 3380 Steeles Avenue East. This location serves as their primary administrative center, while their operations are supported by a distributed workforce and the resources of their parent company, Scotiabank. We've covered the history, the rebranding, the connection to Scotiabank, and finally, the headquarters location. We've seen how Tangerine has evolved from its roots as ING Direct to become a leading player in the Canadian digital banking landscape. And we've learned that even in the digital age, a physical headquarters still plays an important role, providing a central hub for operations, regulatory compliance, and strategic decision-making. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.